You can't just do whatever you want with my stuff and with my money and then try to send it to me. That's not working over here, babe. Hey you guys, it's your girl Leslie Sarai. Welcome to my channel. Here on my channel, we work on our inner beauty. We work towards an amazing lifestyle, as well as inspiring ourselves as well as those around us to be the best version of ourselves that we can possibly be. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back, because I'm back with another mother loving video. So guys, in today's video, we're going to be discussing 5 easy steps on how to start a business. These steps are mainly for like an e-commerce store. I hope I'm saying that correctly, which is basically like a store online, but I'm pretty sure that you can still use these tips to just start your business in general, especially for those of you who want to start and you might need some direction on where to start, or just some inside ideas on what you might possibly need. Before we get into any further details, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and ciao, if you have not subscribed already, please consider subscribing. And let's get right straight into these little 5 easy tips of how to start your business. So tip number 1, I always want to say, what's your value? What is it that you want to provide others? So one thing with me learning and just starting out my business, I've learned that you don't want to start a business out of just for the love of money, okay? Because if you do that, you're going to hit a lot of roadblocks, because naturally you're just going to hit a lot of roadblocks. And if you're doing it just for the love of money, you are going to hit those roadblocks and you are going to fall. Now, if you do it for love and if you give your business a purpose, then you'll be able to withstand the wind, you'll be able to withstand the rain, you'll be able to withstand it, you'll be able to get up, remember why you're actually doing this in the first place, and continue to push forward. But if you're doing it for money, then it's gonna be a while before you see the money coming in, sis. So what you gonna do when there's no coins, when you don't see nothing that's motivating you? What are you gonna do when you have to motivate yourself? So definitely, what is your value? Definitely, what is your purpose, right? What service do you want to provide others? You want to think about the longevity of the business. You don't want to do something where you can just make some money or make quick easy money and then you're fried. Like, what's those things that they call the artists where they make a one-hit wonder? You don't want to be a one-hit wonder. We don't want to be a one-hit wonder, okay? Do not be a one-hit wonder. So you should be asking yourself questions like, what do I want to offer? You should be asking yourself questions like, what can I do to stand out, or how am I going to stand out? And then you should also be asking yourself questions like, what does my business stand for? What is my business doing? Like, see here, this is my business. We have a lip gloss business going on here. So you want to know, like, what value, what service you want to bring others, what's the problem in that niche, and what solution are you providing to your peers, your customer, your family, your friends, your peoples, your family, you know what I mean, your customers. So yeah, think about what do you want to provide others. Tip number 2, definitely your brand name. Who are you, babe? Who are you? What's your name? What are we doing here? So you want to come up with something that's uniquely yours, okay? Something that makes sense to the brand that you're trying to create, to the business that you're trying to start up. And you also want to think about names that no one else has, right? So for instance, my name for my business is Leslie Sarai, right? And for my cosmetic line is Leslie Sarai Cosmetics. That's uniquely mine because that's literally my name. The background story is baby, you never have too much lip gloss on, ever. Just like you take care of your body, just like you take care of your skin, you also want to be able to take care of your lips, okay? When I was growing up, my mom made it her mission to make sure that my lips were never dry. Like, and everybody contributed to that. Like, even like my father, my stepfather, my aunts, all of them, they always made sure we had chapsticks, the roll-on lip glosses, all of that. Like Vaseline. You don't be around my mom with dry lips. And you know, I'm her daughter. I ended up getting that. My stepfather always laughs at me because I started loving taking care of my lips so much that I would wear lip gloss to sleep. Like, cousins laugh and joke at me about it. It's just like a thing when it comes to me. Like, I don't know, like it just became a me thing. I love lip gloss, you know. And I care for my friends' lips as well. You're not gonna be my friend and I'm gonna see you with chapped lips and I'm gonna let you fly like that. Like, that's not happening. You have to take care of your lips just like you take care of your face. You don't want it to be cold and then your lips are just being chapped and all these crazy things that a ring around your mouth, like all these crazy things that happen to people because they just do not take care of their lips. So if you need somebody to remind you to take care of your lips, I'm your girl. If you need somebody to remind you that just like how you need to take care of your body and your skin, you have to take care of your lips, I'm your girl. So you want to make sure that your brand name is unique and is just for you. Leslie Sarai is my name. What's going to be your name? What's going to be your brand? How are you making you pop? Purr. So tip number three, once you know what service it is that you want to provide, who you are, what you're about, and once you know your name and how that uniquely just fits you, you want to think about, okay, cool, my logo. Because this now becomes not just something that people can catch on to and not just something that people can say that sounds nice, but something that people can see. What is the visual representation of your brand? And that's your logo, right? So when it comes to your logo, you can definitely look on Fiverr. You can definitely look on Instagram. They have like graphics and logo designers. You can hit those people up and see, you know, their prices sometimes. I don't really know about that. Do your research. Always do your research. But you can always look for those people who are experts in that area, okay, if that makes any sense. Or if you're artistic, you might want to go out and create the logo for yourself. You might want to go out and give yourself a shot. You might want to go out and try and see what is it that you're able to do. I don't see anything wrong with that, especially when you're just starting up. It's also cost effective, so hey, why not? Let's use that creativity and let's put it to use. You got to multiply your talents, babe. You got to multiply these talents that God has given you, okay? Definitely do your research on who it is that you want to create your logo, because this is something that you're going to be using. This is something that is going to speak for your brand when you're not speaking for it for yourself. You know, this is something that everybody's going to see once you're ready to put yourself out there. You also want to think about fonts. You also want to think about colors, because now when you're thinking about logo, you're starting to somewhat brand yourself, okay? So you want something that looks nice and you want something that feels nice as well. What is the vibe that you're trying to give your audience from your logo itself, okay? And hashtags. Use hashtags on social media. When you're researching something and you're just unsure where to start, hashtag is a girl's best friend. I know that we don't put it on our post for no reason, so why you not gonna use it like it's another search engine? Boo, get it together. Where your brain is at? Come on now. Hashtags. There's many of them out there. Use them. Tip number 4. Let's talk vendors. Okay, so you will find many and plenty businesses who do things wholesale, which is they sell things in bulk. You can also find ebooks, people who sell ebooks that have a list of vendors, or you can do it like me, because I want to be sure that 1, I'm doing the work, 2, I'm giving quality, 3, I know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So you can be like me, where you can go to sites like AliExpress, you can do Alibaba. If you're like in the cosmetic industry, you can do Thomas.net, which is another vendor that I've come across, and I actually got that from some girl on YouTube while I was doing my research as well. I don't remember her name, but if you know about that, kudos to you. It's very helpful. And there's people who do drop shipping as well, so you would also have to do your research in regards to drop shipping also. But let me tell you, babe, there's vendors out there. If you want to be old school and know exactly what you're talking about and be just a little bit just like me, I went and I did the hard work myself. So I went and I looked for my vendors myself, sent them emails, got samples, gave them, you know, like I already kind of had like a idea before I started to go get a vendor or looking for a vendor what it is that I wanted. I did my research on tubes, and I decided, okay, we're only gonna do glass tubes, or we're gonna do the small squeeze tubes. And so then I started to look for vendors that weren't going to sell me plastic lip gloss tubes. No shade to anybody who has them, I just have a preference, okay? I wanted my girls to be able to take out their lip gloss and feel like a baddie. We poppin', you know what I mean? And so I wanted something simple, something cute, but something that made you feel like you all that when you wearing it, when you holding it, when it's in your bag, all of that, you know what I mean? That's the type of vibe that I was going for, and so that's already what I knew that I wanted. And so I just had to make sure, also sizing wise, how big did I want my gloss tubes to be. I hate when I pay like for a good gloss, and for example, I love NYX, but no shade to NYX, you know, the gloss is good, but the gloss bottle is very, very, very small. And a lot of the girls on Instagram and all that be having lip glosses, they give you nice lip gloss. Sometimes it's a little too sticky, no shade. They give you a nice lip gloss, but it be in a small bottle. So I wanted to be sure that I was going to be providing quality lip gloss. Like, I know that lip gloss can't last forever, but if you can make it last forever or long enough, why not? So I already knew the basics of what it is that I wanted, and I made sure that I was looking for vendors who was going to be able to meet the criteria that I had put for myself and my business, right? So do the hard work, check descriptions, check reviews, check samples, check MOQ, which is like the minimum quality that you can order, because if you're starting out, you also don't want to order like 5,000 products and you're just starting out and you still don't even know how your business is running, you know. So these are things that you want to think about when you're looking for a vendor. Also communication, how does your vendor communicate, how quick does your vendor communicate, shipping prices, how fast is shipping, all of that stuff, because when it's time for you to restock, these are things that you want to know, you know what I mean? And if you do go with like Alibaba or AliExpress or whatever those other vendors are, you also want to be aware of their holidays as well, and when they're working, and time differences and things like that. So these are things that you want to be sure that you are communicating with your vendor, and also how they speak to you and how they treat you. Your vendor should be like your best friend. I like my vendor. She keeps me updated because I need to know what's going on. It's not like you can't just do whatever you want with my stuff and with my money and then try to send it to me. That's not working over here, babe. So she sends me pictures, she contacts me, we speak, we talk, we have a good close connection, and when it's time for me to re-up, I run her money, and that's it. Last but not least, tip number 5. And honestly, the reason as to why my business, and honestly I'm actually glad, because I needed to get a lot of things in order for myself before I actually launch my business, but the reason why I took so long and I pulled out my hair so much and I stressed so much, and it's just like, running a business is really a lot, and this is why you go back to tip number 1 and you make sure that you have a plan and a purpose, and it's not just for money. Because babe, when I tell you that some days I be up to here, you can't see my hair, right? Yeah, exactly, I be up to here. Get your website together. Get your website together. Get your, ooh, if I could throw it, I would say it, I would scream it, I would shout it, I would yell it, I would jump, get your website together. Seriously. And I mean it, I mean it, I mean it, I mean it. I'm currently getting my website together, and I want to get a few things in place, like a few last little kinks in place for sure before I announce my website, because there's been many times that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna launch on this day, and I had no clue what I was doing, and I thought that I'd be ready, and then something else would happen, and it all just went to shambles, and I was just not ready to launch. Okay, take your time, nobody's rushing you, but get your website together, because no one's gonna take you seriously if you don't take yourself seriously. This is a business, right? We have goals for this business, right? We want it. You want to be making money in your sleep, right? I want to wake up to my phone going, so my Shopify store does this little cash thing when I get an order. That's what I want to hear all the time. When I'm taking a dump, bling! When I'm taking a shower, bling! When I'm in my sleep, I hate when my phone be blinging, but that is a pling I'm willing to hear, okay? Get your website together. Take yourself seriously. This is a business that you want it to be blessed so that you can bless others, and you don't want to take away the shopping experience from anyone. You know, there's been some people, they don't want to DM you and Cash App you and Zelle you to shop with you. Some people just don't want to do that, you know. So definitely I'll say, don't take away the shopping experience for those who want it, and just make sure that you're able to just get your website together. If you have to pay someone to build your website, do your research and go ahead and do that. And if you want to take on the challenge like your girl did, which is why I was up to here, to build the website yourself, one thing that I've learned is it doesn't have to be perfect for you to launch, for you to start. It just has to be good enough for you to start. So you can you can check out websites like I know GoDaddy has been one of them. Big Cartel has been another one. I have tried Wix before. It's easy to use, and right now I'm actually using Shopify, because Shopify, to me, in my opinion, has just been the best out of all of them, and you kind of just have everything all together. Your labels, shipping discounts, all that good stuff, like just how tutorials, so many tutorials on how to build your Shopify store on YouTube. And also Shopify gives you tutorials on how to build your store on Shopify as well. You get your domain, you add your products. It's just like one big old store in one place. Honestly, I would say go with Shopify, okay? If you want a long-lasting business and you don't want no trouble, and you want a store that loads fast, and you want to be able to see your Shopify. I like Wix, but Shopify. So just do your research on your domains. Get your domain. Make sure that nobody else has your name. Don't take too long, because you don't want to start your business and be sending it on a different platform, and then you try to make a website and then you can't even get that domain no more because you waited so long. Take yourself seriously. This is your business. This is your love. This is your brand. This is your money. This is where your generational wealth starts. So those are really like my top five tips of starting your business. get your service together, get your name together, get your logo together, get your vendor together, and get your website together. And those are things that you can research to get more in depth. If you like videos like this, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will definitely start to give you guys we can start breaking down these tips and giving you more tips on how you can start your business. You might be asking me, well, but you not making millions of thousands of dollars baby, you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. And most of us don't know where to start, and we don't have people telling us to start, or we don't have people teaching us how to start. So guess who got you? Your girl. So don't knock it till you try it. Thank you so much. That's all that I have for today's video. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. See ya!